Hey everyone, another FFP Discussions video. This one's going to be a little bit more mindset focused. So it's something that is really useful to have as like a guiding principle for your training, and something that I use all the time just to take a little bit of pressure off, but also it kind of keeps me accountable at the same time. So this is all going to be focused on, first of all, what is a good training day at the gym? So how can we define that? And how can we set effective training expectations? Like, what seasons of life are going to demand a certain style of training from us, and how can we make sure that we're not overstretching unnecessarily? So that's what we're going to talk about today. First off, what is a good day at the gym? This is changed and morphed a lot for me. Back whenever I trained mostly like weightlifting and bodybuilding, a good day in the gym for me was lifting heavier than the last day I was in, and that was it. I was like, if I can lift heavier for the same reps that I lifted the last time, then happy days. Or if I could, you name it, do more pull-ups, or basically my guiding principle for having a good day was PBing every single session, which is very unrealistic now that you look back at it, because now, like, if I said to you, right, every session you go in to train, you must improve. Right, this snatch session, guys, 1 rep max, you're gonna hit a PB today. Okay, fine, that's the goal. We're gonna hit a PB. Great. What's the training session next week? We're gonna do snatch. Oh, what are we doing? We're gonna hit a PB. PB what, like 5 rep? No, 1 rep max. We're gonna do that again. And you do that every single week. Unrealistic, right? So what's a good day at the gym? How can we define that? Is it maybe, a good day for you is just making sure you put your whole effort into your session, that like you didn't leave anything on the table. You didn't, you absolutely emptied yourself. Like there was nothing left, and you gave it your all. Is that a good measure? I don't know, maybe. The thing that I've found for me that would define a good training session is there's basically like a checklist, right? Did I get to the gym? Did I train? That's like really low barrier to entry. Did I get there? Yeah, good. When I got there, did I warm up? Good, right? Happy days. I warmed up. I got my body ready. Did I pay attention to how my body felt during a warm-up and make adjustments to the main workout based on how my body felt? Yeah, I had to scale this because shoulder just wasn't feeling 100%, or the lower back was maybe feeling a wee bit twingy, so I just dropped the weight a touch on that deadlift just to account for that. Great, happy days. How were my energy levels feeling? Did I adjust my perceived intensity based on that? Well, maybe. Sometimes whenever you start a workout, you feel like you can give it that little bit extra just because now things are moving, we're starting to feel good, and you can start to push. That's fine. Maybe the opposite occurs, and you felt good in the warm-up, but now that the workout started, we're like, flip, I do not have a lot to give here. So you just pull back on the intensity a bit and make sure that things are intense enough, but we're not emptying ourselves. Great, workout's done. Happy days. Did I get a cool down in? Did I maybe stretch? Did I jump on a machine and like flush the legs out or something like that, and go home? That to me sounds like a pretty good training session, right? So when we're thinking about how do we measure a good training session, PBing doesn't need to be, or hitting a personal best, I should say, does not need to be a part of that, right? giving it your all doesn't necessarily need to be a part of that. What I usually take into account is, did I warm up appropriately? Did I approach the workout in an appropriate manner that's going to be conducive to long-term health and fitness? Did I cool my body down and let things settle at the end? Happy days, right? That to me is more like a good training session than anything else. You might be different. If it is different for you, I would like to hear how you gauge that and what your measure of that would be. Now, what if you don't have time to warm up? What if you don't have time to cool down? What if your head is in a place where you're just like, I just need to get something done because I'm going to go mad if I don't? Great. So then what you need to do is adjust your expectations of what's acceptable for your training session, and you need to adjust your expectations for how the session actually looks as well. So if you know you've got no time to warm up, it's probably not a good idea to just see the RX weight or the prescribed weight and go, yeah, I'm using that. 3, 2, 1, go, start the clock, let's hit it, because you've got no time. You've only got a half hour before you have to go somewhere, or you know, life happens, right? So if you've got a half hour and you've got a 20-minute workout, 5-minute quick limber. If you have access to lighter weights for the workout, start the workout with lighter weights, and as you progress through the workout, start adding in heavier weights. Sometimes you're just not going to have time to cool down, so you don't do it. Accept that you might feel a wee bit tighter throughout the rest of the week. You might maybe need to pay a bit more attention to some stretching later in the week to balance that out. But that's a good session as well, because we've adjusted, we've got an acceptable warm-up in, we didn't take on any injuries, we didn't push when we know we couldn't because we didn't have a great amount of time to prime the body and get things ready to rumble. So it's just a matter of adjusting your expectations of what's acceptable for the workout. And if in doubt, every minute on the minute for 10 minutes, 10 burpees, you'll get a good workout. No warm-up required for that. So when it comes to a season in life where we know we're going to be busy, right? So for me, let's say I'm going to use a personal example of, it was a couple of years ago now, obviously Samuel's 2, but whenever Samuel was born, I took 3 weeks paternity leave because Jenny got a C-section, so I needed to be there to basically do the lion's share of the work, because Jenny had just gone through major surgery and she physically couldn't. So as you can imagine, my training time decreased enormously. So what I had to do was set expectations for that block of time, and I had to have a block of time in my mind and think, right, the next 2 months, if I can train 3 to 4 times per week, each session is 30 minutes long. It's while Samuel is sleeping, and knowing that Jenny doesn't need anything else from me in that moment in time. So it just takes a bit of planning. Jenny, what time works today for me to train? And is Samuel sleeping? Yes, great. 30 minutes was enough for me to go out, relatively quick warm up, get stuck in, hit the session, back into the house, shower, done. It's not ideal, but it's temporary, and you do what you need to do, because doing nothing is way, I don't want to say worse, but like the difference of doing a 30-minute workout 4 times a week to doing nothing is insane. Like, that's what changes people's lives when it comes to training and longevity. So don't underestimate the power of a 15 to 30 minute workout, even shorter, depending on what it is. It's just about being able to recalibrate what is acceptable. A 2 hour lifting session at the gym with a 30-minute commute to the gym on each side doesn't have to be the baseline of what we expect a gym session to be. Be open to changing that, and you'll really appreciate it in the long run. That's all I'm going to say about that, guys, because I always think these aren't going to be that long, and then there we go, we're at 11 minutes. Hope you're all keeping okay, guys. If you have any questions about this, or you're not sure about maybe a period of time coming up for you, and you would like a bit of help to approach that, let me know, and I can have a quick chat with you. Speak soon. Bye.